Reef and Esso going down tonight.
We was friends for a long time, but now it's time to level a motherfucking rapper.
Me and my man Reef about to take on Planetary and Black. Now I'm bringing the real shit off the top. Gave birth to them, man. Shit, you know what I'm saying? We going in, popping. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, work for lunch meat. So, Stu Bangers in the building.
Yo, what's up? Stu Bangers.
Y'all niggas ain't ready for this shit. Yo, word is born.
Yes, sir, Reef.
Yeah.
Versus Blackistan and who?
Planetary.
And Planetary. Alright.
Yo, man, fuck mine. He's ready for the best show in town, man.
Practice, no job is too strenuous. That's what it is. Pharaoh shit. Let's go. Your boy back. Boy, that sound good to the masses. My boy Black Reef, esoterically mastered the art of darts, and now we aiming to match your management. He like a mannequin, stiff a nigga, we stabbing him. Your distribution deal, get it from that Louisville. Planetary shoot to kill. Tell me how this bullet feel. Ain't no fighting tooth and nail. This is what I do for real. Money man, I need something like Meek Mill's, boom a deal. I let the Ruger pill. Nigga, this is Vietnam. Very rare. You can give a stare and I'ma see you calm. I'm a caged up animal, you flammable. I'm pouring gasoline on your mixtapes and camera crew.
Snap. I got the power still. It's light work like I just paid my power bill. I never know how a coward feels. Y'all got the bitter face. You been sucking on a sour deal. I'm back and bigger, the baddest spitter. My man Esso just bought a crib off a Czar face action figures. Make more merchandise than you will in your worthless life. 100 fuck you pay me t-shirts, they be going tonight. The mic that I'm holding is probably stolen. You a deceiver, I'm a retriever. Stay golden like Logan. I'm in Rome doing shows with the Romans in a little ass hotel room. The windows won't open. I'm hot.
Stay off of these nuts, rappers better ease up. I roll my sleeves up, fuck a few MCs up. They light work, like breaking these up. They talking like they got that heat, but they freeze up. Stay off of these nuts, rappers better ease up. I roll my sleeves up, fuck a few MCs up. They light work, breaking these up. They talking like they got that heat, but they freeze up. Black
concubines worship the ground that I walk on. Chalk outlines on corners that I stalked on. Let's see who loves you when you under the rubble. Let's see who rides with you when that ass is really in trouble. Roll up a notebook and spit a sharp pencil through it. When I'm spitting acid, poisonous fluid, champion hooded, blacked out like the arch druid. Punch through your chest and snatch your weak ass heart through it. 300 times deeper than your idol Leonidas. If it's beef, never sleep on call of reuniters. Bicker and squabble and beats never could divide us. In your cerebral, we spreading like a gingivitis.
Coming to you lava, crack your jaw, get a wire. It's Black Goliath, rapid fire, rapid fire. Stu Bangers on the track, that's the crack supplier. Everything is in sync, we don't match a tire. Slang wealth hanging tough, no McIntyre. You say you getting rap money and it's stacking higher, but you a 9-to-5er. They can't find the time to pass out a stack of flyers. Shit, you a crappy liar. Call me a tire, bad to the bone, back in the zone. I didn't need nobody's help, no, I acted alone. They say they thugging, they bugging. What type of thugging is clubbing and popping bub outside the VIP and tugging on the velvet rope, hoping to avoid a stubborn, claiming that they hella dope, but they don't sell, they broke, they the usual, and couldn't see it with a telescope, cause they delusional.
What's up, everybody? We are live Monday afternoon, 75 degrees out here, in a doubleheader on TV. Does it get any better than that? Little Red Sox getting it going with their usual spring training doubleheader against BC and Northeastern. You know, I sent a text out earlier saying, you know, take a shot with Northeastern. Northeastern's a solid team, man. They beat the Red Sox before. I mean, Red Sox usually don't play well in these games. I think it's 1-0 Boston right now. But either way, what's going on? Back at it after... actually, we did one yesterday. I don't know what the hell we did yesterday, but if you listened yesterday, which I know not a lot of you guys were, you missed out. You missed out, my friends. Client plays 3-0 in 1, or 4-0, depending on the line you got on UNC Greensboro. We talked about the Pac-12 home teams on the road yesterday to get on those during the show. All of them win. All of them cover. They lose by a combined, all 4 teams lose by a combined, 46 points or something? Absolutely ridiculous. If you were with us on golf, then on Wednesday when we put out the futures. You cashed with Adam Scott at plus 2,000. Plus 2,000. That's sort of a trend we're going to get into right now. So we hit that giant plus 2,000, right? College baseball. We had our worst day of the season, which still wasn't bad. We ended the day cashing a 14 parlay that paid almost 3-1. That was a late night cash at plus 275, plus that plus 2,000 golf. Then we ended the night on a live bet in hockey with Anaheim minus 1.5 at plus 450. Hockey's been rolling right along. Yesterday, we cashed yesterday. I forget who the hell we had in hockey yesterday. Whatever it was, we win to move to 80-49 on the year. Not too bad considering hockey. Well over 60%. Rolling right along as we are in the leap day year, 1 day away from baseball preview shows. And like I said, guys, if you have questions for a particular team, let me know, and I'll ask the guy I get on. If you want a particular guy, let me know. If you're a baseball fan, you read a lot of this guy's writing, you like to see him on TV, let me know what team and what guy. I'll see if I know him. I'll see if I can get him on instead of who I'm having on, or maybe that is who I'm having on. Whatever, it works for me. I mean, either way, if someone wants to hear certain someone, if you want me to ask certain questions, we get it underway tomorrow with Arizona as we preview Arizona. That one will be 12:30 Eastern time. It won't be 4 p.m. You can listen to it whenever you want, but I got to work around their schedules. 4 o'clock is 1 o'clock on the West Coast, and the games are underway at 1 o'clock out there. So we got to sort of work around their schedules. So that's that. As far as today, we got the new big error by Northeastern. That is not good. But he's going to be safe at third. The new rankings came out today. And we got a new number one. We got Kansas at number one. And then depending on what poll you're looking at, you either see Michigan State sitting at number 2 or Villanova. Those two are flip-flopped. Then you get to number 4. It's unanimous in both polls. You got Virginia at 4. And then pulling up the rear at number 5, Xavier. Xavier actually, after the Villanova, when they beat Villanova, Joe Lunardi put him to a 1 seed. Then they lost at Seton Hall, dropped him to a 2 seed. But Xavier helped out the conference by basically almost guaranteeing Seton Hall a seed. We'll get into that later. To round up the top 10, and my top 5, by the way, that I put out each week. Mine was Kansas, Villanova, Xavier, Michigan State, and Miami. Miami's coming along quite well lately. So we got that. Let's see, where's Miami on the list today? 7 in most spots, so pretty accurate there. It's getting closer to the actual one's getting closer to what my top 5s are. Now I got Virginia and Oregon just outside the top 5. Oregon making a run back up the ladder here. Let's get into sort of, what was I going to say? Like what we're looking at, teams, bubbles, how many spots are available, stuff like that. The Big 12, they have 7 that are going to make it. They got Kansas, Oklahoma, West Virginia, Iowa State, Texas, Baylor, and Texas Tech. Those teams are getting in. ACC has 6. Virginia, North Carolina, Miami, Duke, Notre Dame, and Pittsburgh. Those are definitely in. Now, I'm not saying there can't be more. I'm just saying these are the teams definitely in. Big 10, 6, and probably only 1 or 2 get past the first weekend. Michigan State, Maryland, Iowa, Purdue, Indiana, and Wisconsin. They're all in. Pac-12, 6 teams. Oregon, Utah, Arizona, Cal, USC, and Colorado. The Big East with 3, Villanova, Xavier, Seton Hall. SEC also with 3, Kentucky, Texas A&M, and South Carolina. Atlantic 10, Dayton and St. Joe's. And Missouri Valley with Wichita. Right? Then you got obviously the single bid conferences. That's 18 teams. Right? And then league leaders like VCU, St. Mary's, Monmouth, Temple, Valpo, Little Rock, San Diego State, they should all get in. So that brings you to about 59 of the 68. So there's about 6 or 7 spots that are still up for grabs, right? With teams like Syracuse, Providence, Vandy, Cincinnati, Connecticut. Those are the ones that should get in if they don't suffer any bad losses, right? Ones that are really on the bubble, 50-50 flips. Teams like Michigan, Butler, Florida, Oregon State, Gonzaga, Tulsa, St. Bonaventure, Alabama. Those are the ones that need another solid win, not to get bumped out early in the conference tournament. And then some other ones that, if they can get a really solid win, meaning not lose any more games, and make a deep run into the tournament, they have a possibility of getting in. Teams like George Washington, Ohio State, Washington, and LSU. Long shots that really shouldn't get in unless if, something miraculous happens and they get some help from those aforementioned teams there. BYU, Stanford, Creighton, Clemson, Florida State, Marquette, and Georgia Tech. So that's what we're looking at here as we come down the stretch. I think Vanda in. Vandy? You think Vandy is in? Do you mean Vandy? Yeah. I think Vandy's in. They should get in. They got a big week ahead of them, though. We'll see what happens there. Like I said, Vandy's in my probable, where Syracuse, Providence, Vandy, Cincinnati, and Connecticut, they should all be getting in the tournament. So we'll see. What else do we got to talk about today? NHL trade deadline. Not much movement going on there. What else? We got some big games coming up today. Of course, let's see. Trying to see what else. There was something else I wanted to talk about, but we'll get into that after. Obviously, Kansas, Texas, big game. Huge game for Kansas and Texas. The issue with this one, obviously, Kansas just secured another Big 12 title, whether it's shared or whatnot. Kansas can now go for, obviously the outright crown for the 8th time in the last 12 years. But they're facing the Texas team on Texas's home floor Monday night. Texas has been upsetting some teams. Kansas, like I said, they just clinched. They celebrated. How much are they really going to get up for this one? Think about this. I want you to think about this. The only other team that has won more consecutive conference titles is the UCLA team from 67 to 79, the greatest college basketball team ever. Bill Self is one year away from tying that. So the question is, obviously, this is Texas's 4th straight home game against a top 25 team. They're 2-1. They beat West Virginia. They're 4-1 overall against ranked teams, including the victory over then number 3 North Carolina in December. Texas has one win in their last 10 matchups against Kansas, and the Jayhawks have been ranked no lower than 14th in any of those matchups. Kansas has won its past 2 road matchups against top 25 teams, against Oklahoma. Isaiah Taylor had a great game last time they played Kansas. I don't know. This is a tough one. I see this as a bit of a trap game for Kansas, really. They would like the outright one, but they were literally just celebrating, And now they're getting on a bus heading off to Texas. Their head's not 100% in it, and Shaka Smart's got this team rolling right now, right? You look at Kansas as a road favorite this year. Over the last 3 years, they're 1-5 ATS and 1-5 straight up as a road favorite of 3 or less. As a home underdog of 3 or less this year, Texas 2-0 ATS and straight up, 11-4 since 1997. Some pretty impressive numbers. When they were revenging a road loss against the opponent this year, so when Shaka Smart gets to see a team for the second time after losing to them on the road. 7-0 ATS.